And allowed you guys to play with more pace in the second half?
I think we just settled in, and first big home game with the crowd. First half was a little shaky, and then I think we just settled in second half and just started playing more like ourselves.
With the fact that it was a big home game, I know you obviously kind of take things one at a time. How do you feel that you guys responded to that and kind of embraced that? Because obviously I saw at the end you guys were kind of hyping the crowd up. How do you think you kind of embraced the crowd?
Yeah, I mean, we love the crowd. They brought us energy, and we got to kind of give it a little give and take with them. So it's fun just to interact.
It seems like they were trying to get the ball out of your hands in the first half. What changed in the second half?
I think just being more assertive, just getting my space and getting to my spots.
And then 10 turnovers in the first half, 1 in the second half. Just better decisions, or just how do you explain that?
I think that was just a little bit of just settling in. Like I said, I think just we were a little sped up in the first half, and then we just settled in second half and played like ourselves.
Was there anyone at halftime who spoke up, either a player or coach, who sort of got y'all going?
I think the whole team kind of just came together, said what they had to say, and we knew what it was. We knew what we had to do.
Caleb certainly showed up to the moment, obviously it's points, but kind of the way in which he was getting them, turnaround shots and everything like that. Just what did you make of, his ability to kind of, be efficient and all that stuff?
I mean, we see it every day, so it's not as crazy to us, but I mean, for him to come out and perform like that, just a young dude like he is, it's special.
We were talking to Hubert yesterday. He was kind of saying that Caleb was especially locked in throughout the week. Did you notice that at all? Did you see any kind of changes?
I think he takes his craft extremely serious all the time. I haven't seen him as a young guy just kind of fade away. He doesn't do that. He's just always locked in. That's what makes him who he is.
What was the message at halftime from the coaches?
They said we just got to cut down on the turnovers and just start playing more like ourselves.
You guys played the starting five most of the way in the second half, kind of limited the bench. How connected was that group, and how do you think the pieces in that five really fit together and mesh?
I mean, we play together every day, and that's what we're building for. So I think we're great together, but I think we have a lot of combinations we can throw in and be successful with.
You need that fight, you need that energy in you. So I absolutely love seeing that from Caleb. I mean, it turned us up a little bit, and even though we went down a little bit, I mean, he was our energy source for that little bit.
Seth, you mentioned guys playing scared in the first half. You don't asking yourself in the first half, your role in that, what you had to change?
Yeah, I got to be much more aggressive. I mean, anytime throughout the day, what up, big dog? Sorry, that's my guy right here. I got to be much more aggressive all throughout the game, continue to get downhill, and then continue to shoot the open shot. I don't know what I shot today, but in the first half.
For a while there in the second half.
Okay, in the first half, it was just a little bit unacceptable. That's what the team needs from me. I'm such a dynamic guy, getting downhill and being a creative guy, so it's selfish of me to not play like that at all times.
Seth, you played a lot of ball here. That second half, when you outscored Kansas 58-37. Where does that compare to halves of basketball that this team has played since you've been here?
Man, that was a pretty complete second half. I mean, it was incredible. I mean, everybody stepped up so much in that second half. Like I said earlier, I still feel like I played pretty bad, but I stepped it up a little bit. But, I mean, that was complete. We played so on the defensive end. We rebounded well, got to the free throw line. We let up a little bit with like 3 minutes left to go, but that was our only lapse in that second half.
I was going to say your first turnover came with like 3:22 left in the second half. Did you know that you hadn't committed any turnovers?
I had no idea. You know when you're committing a lot of turnovers, but you're not thinking about it when you're not committing any turnovers.
What are the challenges of guarding Peterson, and what were you trying to do with him?
Just make it tough. I know I'm a really good defender, but he's an elite scorer. I mean, as you saw tonight, I feel like we played incredible defense on him, and we made it very, very tough, and he still had 22, whatever it was. He's that kind of guy where he's going to make shots. He's going to get to his spots, and, he's going to play well. So he's got to make it as tough as he can. But I feel like we did a really good job of that tonight.
There's a lot of new players on the team this year. So how has that affected the chemistry on and off the court? Like, how are you keeping the Carolina vibe strong?
Yeah, that chemistry, you don't even think about it now. It's 100%. It's there. You don't even think about it. Obviously, in the summertime, you want to build it up. But we did such a good job hanging out in the summertime, building that connection off of the court. So we really had that trust with each other on the court. So
you said something a second ago on lines of chemistry about 23 years. Did you harp on the 23 years and this to those guys? And is that part of connecting
Absolutely.
to this? And once you learn to play for this, it kind of takes you to a different level?
Absolutely. I told them guys in the locker room. Coach told them, we told them we represent this university tonight. We protect our floor, and we're not losing. Like I said, we're North Carolina, and to not be a team for 23 years, that's
You felt it
that's a lot of years.
Was that the halftime speech?
Huh?
Was that the halftime speech?
That was a pregame speech. The halftime speech was just to be ourselves in the second half. Relax. It was our first big game together that actually counted. So just relax, be there for each other, and just play our game. That was a halftime speech.
Seth, can I get one, Oreo, if you don't mind? How much did you or did you not think about last year in Lawrence? I mean, you guys had the tremendous second half, took the lead, but you couldn't finish it. You know what I'm saying? And you did finish it tonight.
Yeah.
You didn't let it get away.
Absolutely.
I mean, is that a motivating factor in some way?
It definitely was. Like I said, the 23 years piece was the biggest motivator. Coach Davis not beating Kansas until now was a huge motivator. And then, we came back down from 20 last year. We're up 4 with 3 minutes left, and we let the game go. So it was a huge motivation for me. I'm carrying the term over from the last 2 years. It was a get-back game. And I let that be known that. I say, y'all got to ride for me, ride for HD, and let's go get it. But,
everybody just got kind of calm and settled. It was pretty much easy.
They started to come back a little bit, and there was that position where Peterson blocked Seth, kind of tried to save it, and went straight to you for the dunk. What did you see on that, and what did that do in terms of momentum for the game?
I'm a freak athlete, so whenever I see a chance to get to the rim, I'm doing it. I'm not going to try to sit out there and shoot threes. If I have to, I will, but nobody's made me do that yet. So every time I see an opportunity to get to the rim, that's what I'm going to do. And until somebody stops me and people say I can't shoot, they don't even know. So I'm just going to keep being aggressive for sure. As long as I see the ball going anywhere near the rim, I'm going to get it. I feel like I'm going to get it from anybody or above anybody.
Games like tonight, why you came here?
I didn't hear you say one more time.
Games like tonight, why you came to Carolina?
Sure. I thought I was coming here, or I kind of knew I was coming here after I seen them play Duke and beat them. So I was like, man, it don't get no better for sure.
Has your intensity ever been this high? I mean, some of the hustle plays you were making early in the game and just diving for loose balls and whatnot. Is that as most intense game as you've played?
Probably at this level in college. It's definitely an adjustment, and people like to refer to me as a star player or something like that, but at the end of the day, I'm going to do the same thing that the last person on the bench is expected to do. Just dive on the floor and get loose balls. I'm not going to act like I'm a prima donna or act like I'm pretty. Like, that's what it takes to win. So if whatever it takes to win, I'm going to do it. And that's what I needed to do to win right there, and it turned out in my favor.
Caleb, you mentioned that you get to the rim a lot. That's what you do. Your athleticism. Tonight, I believe you hit at least 2, maybe 3 mid-rangers. You had that nice little turnaround. Can you speak a little bit to the development of your jumper, even going back, watching you with the Night Riders on Peach Jam, like, was it 2 years ago, or even on the EYBL circuit the year before that? It just seems like your jumper's come such a long way. Like, what's been the process behind that?
I mean, I just focused on it so much before the season because, college you're playing against higher level players. So you can't always get to the rim. You got fouls and you got people that can block your shot, especially at my height. So I just realized I had to change my game, be more of a facilitator, more of a playmaker, try to get a lot of assists, try to create for others. And also I work a lot on my ball handling and just doing everything, really. I focused on my jump shot a lot, especially when I first got here to, expand my game, but that's really it.
A lot of guys have been pointing to the big
Help you being at home to be able to get a win like this.
Oh man, the crowd was insane. I think first half we were struggling because we couldn't hear each other a little bit. So the second half we had to get a little bit louder and turn it up because, man, the fans were supporting us. They sent a full house. It's amazing to play in this environment.
Is it one of the best atmospheres you've ever played in, you think?
Oh, for sure.
How did you finally get these guys? I mean, you didn't get them in Arizona, did you?
We beat them once. We lost.
Once. Okay. So, but to get them like this.
No, yeah, for sure. Setting first really big time game of the season, and we were able to win. That helps us set the tone and just the game the energy we had as a team, the bond we were building next to that. And I feel like if we win these games, we kind of know that we're doing is right, and we're just stacking details else. It's like days. Get better as long as the season come over. But if you lose this game, sometimes people are gonna have a little doubt in their mind, and this kind of clears it up, and that's, I think, the best part of it.
Henry, I'm sorry if you've already been asked this, but halftime locker room, Seth said you guys might have been playing a little scared, a little nervous. What happened in there? What was said to kind of get you guys to come out as well as you did in the second half?
I mean, I don't think we played nervous or anything. Like we gave good effort. We were fighting. We just weren't making shots. And the other part was like we weren't getting great shots because we were set up. We got them in foul on us quick. I think they had like 7 minutes left, and then we stopped trying to drive the basket. We started shooting, and kind of just we had to switch our mindset that we need to get what we want rather than take what they give us.
What were the emotions of that early second half run? I mean, you had 2 dunks during that spree. I mean, what were the emotions of the team during that run?
Man, I feel like we felt we were on top. Like we felt we were getting everything back. Because at halftime we went in, they were up, and we were at home court. And we wanted to protect the home court, and so just having those 2 dunks and like afterwards we had multiple threes too. Just having that energy that we built from that, them having called a timeout. Like I think a couple minutes in, there were only 1 timeout left for them. So just being able to set the tone, take those away for late game scenarios, like that's amazing. That feels great. You just feel like you're feeding off that energy because you know that they call the timeout because they're not doing enough. They're gonna get yelled at by their coach, everything. So we know that we are feeding off it. They're losing their timeouts. Like this just feels great as a competitor.
What was the design coming out in the second half of that first possession for you and Kyan to be able to pick and roll? Or did it just sort of happen that way?
Honestly, I feel like I'm so in an energy rush. I don't really remember.
Yeah.
I will tell you, but I don't remember.
It's totally fine.
I'm kind of just happy that we won the game.
Yeah. For you, Henry, as somebody who's come in this offseason, obviously a lot of new pieces. It sounds like there's a big point of emphasis both from Seth and Coach Davis this week. We haven't beat these guys in 23 years. How did you sort of process that? What did that mean to you as someone who is still somewhat new to the program?
Yeah, I learned that today, and I was like, we're changing that. Coach asked before the game what we gonna do with this moment, and I was like, beat them. That's it. And like, I said it probably my own way, but I think everybody got the message, and everybody was fired up for the game, and I have so much respect for all these guys, the way they know when the ball, the way they play. Everybody who came in gave effort. Zayden Ha was amazing on offensive rebounds. Like those little things he did, those at the end of the game, so stack up.
How would you evaluate Kyan's play? First big time game.
I mean, he's just an amazing player. I don't even know what else to say. Everybody already knows how good he is, and just him being able to show. But I think the most impressive part was his effort, the way he dove on the board in the first half. Like
the second half, like 3 minutes left, the full length of the court.
Yeah, like just getting the ball and like diving on the ball and getting that foul and finding the crowd up. Like as a freshman and how young he is, that's so impressive with the experience he's only had. Being able to make those plays and not be scared of the moment, he's a big time player.
How'd you deal with the physicality of their center inside?
I don't feel like it was anything that I'm not used to. I feel like Big 12 was very physical last year, so I'm kind of used to it as well as the way they play.
I was gonna say, coming from Arizona last year, coming from the Big 12, do you think that having experienced a couple games against these guys under your belt, kind of prepared you and helped you perform the way you did tonight?
No, for sure. I think I kind of knew that they were going to throw something tricky at us, or like I was kind of waiting for the backstream plays. I think second half they ran one, but they didn't throw it. So I think they're a great team, and they can really step out our movement, and they were making all the threes to stay in the game, and we had to keep closing out the game, make offensive plays, defensive plays, and they're a great team, great coaching, and I think I'm just happy the way we got it done.
How important is it for Kyan